Well, welcome to Schenectady Today, in and around the Capital Region. We're so happy you're joining us today. We've got a really great show with lots of wonderful events coming up. And I know it's the holiday season, and you're probably saying, I have so much to do. But please take time to check out the events that are coming up and enjoy them. Bring your family, visitors, whoever you have with you, and enjoy some of the wonderful events in our area. We have a great lineup today. We're going to be speaking with Catherine Burns-Smith. She is with the Schenectady County, talking about senior and long-term care services in Schenectady County. Then we're going to be going over to, I guess we'd say Amsterdam, because there's a performance coming up with Wanda Birch and John Kanozian, and it's on Civil War letters. It has to do with Christmas and Civil War letters and memoirs. So we'll be talking to them, and we'll be hearing some of the music that John will be performing. And then we're going to be talking to two gentlemen about getting some musical instruments. If you go check your closet, your attic, and if you have any musical instruments that kids aren't using, please donate them. It's musical instruments for the Schenectady school system. Then we're going to be going over to Albany and talking about Lark Street and the wonderful events that they have, but this time they're going to be doing a chili and chowder fest. We'll be talking with a representative about that. And then we're going to be talking with one of our longtime favorites. Carla Page is on the show today. She has a TV show called Carla Page Show, but that's not what she's here for. She's going to be talking about the New Year's Eve event that's coming up. And I want to mention that our breaks today will be the Yuletide Revels. This is from 2004, but you know, this stuff never gets stale. It's always fun to watch. So we'll be showing some of that. That was at the Universalist Unitarian Society over on Wendell Avenue. So we'll enjoy that. But right now we're going to go right to Catherine, find out exactly what they do, what the Schenectady County does for senior and long-term care services. Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
You brought lots of papers with you.
It's so good to see you. I brought lots of papers, which are over on the table here, some brochures, and an event that's actually taking place here at Proctor's in the Apostrophe Cafe tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Our Friendship Cafe, and the topic is MVP's top 10 choices for a healthier you.
Okay, is that because they're still signing up? Or?
This time of year. It's a free event, and people can come. You know, we like for RSVPs, but it's not mandatory. But since, you know, today is the 12th and tomorrow's the 13th, and we have publicized this and advertised it, you know, throughout our network. But this is one more opportunity to talk about our programs.
Great.
So we're happy to do that.
I just was, the reason I asked is that there's a sign up for Medicare and changing your thing. Is that over with, or is
that is over?
It's over with.
The open enrollment period ended December 7th.
Okay.
So that's over.
I just wanted to reiterate that.
No, thank you. I appreciate that because people might still have questions.
I should have noticed because the ads aren't on anymore.
That's usually a good sign that something has completed its course. Right, and something's no longer available. But the Department of Senior and Long-Term Care Services, we're located at 107 Knott Terrace in the Schaefer Heights apartment building, the tall pink apartment building. We are on the 3rd floor, and we provide services generally to people 60 and over.
Okay.
So we have home care for folks 60 and over. We have a legal program.
We have a legal program.
We have a legal program. In fact, the lawyer comes one day a week, usually on Wednesday, but he's there today because of other opportunities other commitments that he had for Wednesday, and he provides 1/2 hour of free legal service for folks 60 and over. We really ask that folks have no other opportunity to pay for a lawyer. So while we don't turn anyone away, we ask folks to be, you know,
don't use it up for if you can afford your own attorney.
If you can pay for an attorney, we ask that you do that, and he can help out.
Could this be any topic?
He can help out, provide assistance and information for almost any legal topic. Typically, what people come for: wills, power of attorney, healthcare proxy, but the other thing we're seeing so much of is senior fraud and senior scams.
It's an amazing...
It is a serious, serious problem, and you're right, it's amazing.
And they're very vulnerable, and
it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is.
It's heartbreaking because the people who perpetrate these crimes, and they are crimes, are friends, are family members, are relatives. They can be children, they can be grandchildren. It's typically not a stranger, although we've all heard the story of someone, quote unquote, grandson calling, right? Saying, Grandma, send me money.
Yeah, and it's a little bit garbled because there's a bad connection, right?
Always a bad connection.
Because you can't recognize the voice exactly.
Exactly.
So they put their attorney on.
This is your grandson.
Yeah.
Fortunately, my parents only have a 9-year-old granddaughter. So when they get a call that says, this is your grandson, that's a pretty big signal.
Well, it's interesting because, to be cautious, is that it happened to a friend of mine, and they said, this is your grandson, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's always Michael.
They had his name.
This was correct? Yeah.
So it was, so that's why she thought it was legitimate at first,
And as an important piece of information for your viewers, Social Security or Medicare or Medicaid or DSS will never call you to ask for your bank information, your bank account, your Social Security number.
And the IRS won't call.
And the IRS won't do that either. So all of those government services will never call you to ask you for that personal protected information. And if you get a phone call like that, the best thing for you to do is hang up and then contact local law enforcement to let them know.
Oh, see, I don't do that because
that you're getting that call. There was a situation just in Scotia the other day where someone was presenting himself as
You mean physically?
He came to the door and said he was from it one of the local utilities? Came back the next day and they let him in, and some jewelry and money was gone. Fortunately, they reported that to the police.
You should always ask for identification.
You should always ask for
identification.
identification.
If you wait a minute and make a phone call. Say, what is the phone call? What's the number of your office? But you don't have to call that. You can look it up.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. And it's always important, I think, to notify local law enforcement, even if nothing happens, because they keep track of what's going on. And if folks don't call, they don't know what's going on.
Well, it's interesting. I had an AARP thing come through, and you could actually go to their fraud page and click on your area and find out what frauds are being perpetrated right in your area.
What's going on.
Yeah.
That's a great service.
Yeah, I was amazed. Yeah. I didn't even realize it was available, but it was kind of interesting.
Senior scams, senior fraud, huge, huge problem, and we need to inform people, and we need to let people know that they can take steps to protect themselves. And in this case, law enforcement can be your friend, can be your
well, they
ally.
need to know. If they don't know, I mean, it's funny you say that because in one day I got 3 calls saying that they were going to come after me because I didn't, was it my IRS or jury duty? I don't know, it was some dumb thing. I don't even pay much attention to it, but it was like, well, and they're going to come and they're going to fine you and they're going to come and get you. They're coming to, and it's like, yeah.
Exactly.
But my answering machine caught it. I don't pick those up. So.
Right. If I don't recognize the number, I don't
either.
answer it, and that's what we tell people to do. If you have that service and you don't recognize the number, don't pick it up.
Right.
It's not
a good thing to have on your phone that you can see.
Good protection.
So to contact you,
to contact me. 518-382-8481, extension 9313.
Okay, good. And that's right up on the screen now.
And that's on the screen.
And you have a website, too.
And we do have a website. Yeah. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And this is more informational, right? You don't provide services per se.
We do. There are some services we provide directly.
Okay.
The lawyer is one. People can come to our office. We also offer caregiver support groups.
Okay.
So we have found that there are many people elderly husbands, elderly wives, taking care of elderly and ill spouses, but we also know that there are younger people caring for grandparents.
The sandwich generation.
Exactly. And we know that there are grandparents caring for grandchildren. So we can provide caregiver. We have a caregiver support social worker on staff. We run 2 caregiver support groups a month.
Oh, wonderful.
The first Tuesday at Scotia Glenville Senior Center, and the second Thursday right in our building at Schaefer Heights.
That's
so there are 2 opportunities. You can call that number, ask to speak to the caregiver support social worker. You'll be contacted, referred to her. Her name is Adrienne Silva. So if any of your viewers are caregivers themselves or have a friend or a family member that they know who is caring for an elderly loved one, please call us. We're more than happy to help.
Well, you've got her number, you've got your number, and you've got your website as well, so please don't hesitate to call. Perhaps one of these services can help you or someone you know. Spread the word, right?
Spread
the word out.
Spread the word. And even if you don't think we can help, call us anyway, because our services are no wrong door. That really means any age. If we can't help you, we will find out who can.
Right. And of course, there's always 211 you can call.
And there's always 211.
Right.
But locally, it's the number I said before.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Catherine.
Thank
and
you
have a
so
wonderful
much.
holiday, too.
To you, too. Thank you, Ann.
We're going to take a quick break, taking a look at that Yuletide revels, and when we come back, we're going to find out about Civil War. Let's find out. Stay tuned.
Thank you. Thank you. And now, I need my first volunteer. I'm looking for a strong, manly type of person. A knight in shining armor. You, sir. What is your name, good sir? Dennis, come with me, please. Walk this way, Dennis. Now walk this way, Dennis. This way. There we go. Dennis, stand there. Face me, Dennis. Dennis! Are you, by chance, a juggler? Never juggled before. That would have helped, Dennis. Unfortunately, you're not. Dennis, please raise your left hand. Now, I chose Dennis for obvious reasons. He is obviously a naturally athletic-looking guy. Dennis, hold your hand right there. Since Dennis is not a juggler, I'm going to have to take a moment and teach him how to juggle. So I will take this club and I will throw it at Dennis. It will spin through the air.
We are back again, and we're going to be talking with Wanda Birch, and she's a historian and an author. And along with her, she's brought John Kanosian, and he's a singer and songwriter. So let's find out exactly what they're going to be doing about Christmas. What's going on?
We're doing a program in Amsterdam at the Century Club on December 16th at 3:00 p.m. And it's funded by a Saratoga Arts grant. John and I received an individual artist grant to present his words and music to songs that he has written based on stories in a book that I had published this past year.
And we have a copy of your book here. I guess one of my questions is that, how did you find these letters?
It began serendipitously in Savannah, Georgia at a conference that had nothing to do with this, and I wandered into a bookstore, and I love journals, and I picked up a journal of Civil War letters from Georgia. And I opened the journal, and the first words I saw were from a soldier in Georgia on a Georgia regiment named Henry Graves, and he wrote that the soldier on the battlefield had 2 angels of mercy. One was the imagination and one was the night dream.
Oh my.
And he proceeded to tell an incredible dream that was so real to him that he felt like he was right there. And I flipped the pages, a few more pages over.
I bet you bought the book.
I certainly did. It was $75.
It was worth it,
but
though.
It was worth it. And it set me out on a quest because the next few letters I saw were also dreams, and each soldier spoke on the reality of those dreams, feeling like they were at home One person, William Stillwell, said that he felt that he was inside the dream, moving across a piazza. He could taste the peaches at home. He could see his beloved, and he was a little bit accusatory when he woke up and she was gone.
Oh.
And I began looking through
Yeah,
archives.
these were the Confederacies. Yeah, so what about the Union? Did you?
That was one of my first questions, because I was finding remarkably evocative dreams from Confederate soldiers, and I thought, all right, is this the romantic South speaking, or is a Northern Yankee soldier dreaming the same way? And they are. I began to comb through archives and publish journals and journals that were unpublished, and dream after dream after dream.
So your book, does it contain some of those letters, or?
Yes, it's 400 pages of letters.
Letters, okay.
And all of them have some reference to dreams or the imagination. And at one point I placed in a search engine on documenting the American South, which is has the contents of the archives of about 11 universities. I typed in the word dream, and I had over 1 million hits.
Oh my God.
And I thought, okay, this is going to be the generic use of the word dream, and it wasn't. It was, I would say,
specific.
Six out of every 10 letters on each of 20 pages that I used as a test sample were actual dreams on the battlefield.
That they talked about, yeah. You brought John with you.
I did.
John Kanosian, and one of the, Addie Chase is one of the characters.
Addie Case,
yeah,
right,
Case.
yes.
Did I say Chase? It should be Case. Is one of the real persons in that is chronicled. You wrote a song. Tell us about that.
Wanda and I met in the studio actually quite a while back, where I was producing and arranging, co-producing an album that I did with the 77 Balladeers. And she came up and we started talking. She said, here's some different stories and letters. Can you write some music to it? And Addie Case, she gave me a few bits of information, and Addie Case came out.
Okay,
Yeah.
Would you like to sing it right now? Sure, let's do
you
that.
Want to tell them about a little bit about it?
Addie was particularly an evocative story, because Addie Case and Charlie Tenney were both from Mecca, Ohio, and he had no one in his family to write home to. He knew her, but he asked her just as he was leaving, would you write to me as a sister as would to a brother? And she said, certainly. Very quickly, they fell in love, and it ceased to be letters.
He was a smart man.
He was a smart man. And they fell in love, but she began dreaming incredible dreams of his death, dreams of presentiment. And she would say, I'm dreaming of your death.
Oh,
and
wow,
he would say, but I come home safe from every battle. And she said, it's not in a battle. It's on a bed of straw in a hospital. And what was even more remarkable, he kept saying, I'm fine. And then he began to get sick after the battle at Harper's Ferry. He was in a makeshift hospital in Bolivar Heights.
On a bed of straw, oh my gosh.
And, but even more interesting, her final dream, in which she rises out of her dream, out of her body, and she sees herself fighting her way through dead and dying soldiers in the hospital, trying to reach Charlie before it's too late. And he rises from his bed as she finds him, and says, have you come? His death and that dream crossed the same night. She mailed her letter the same night that he died.
That's incredible. So you wrote the song?
Yes.
Okay, John.
Whoa, Addie Case, I'm moving on down the line. Whoa, Addie Case, won't you write me one more time? Whoa, Addie Case, I'll be seeing you in my dreams, Addie Case. He met her at a party in 1861. No one for him to write to as he's going off to war. How right you die, dear Charlie, as a sister, mind you now. Never as a lover, no way, no how. Oh, Addie Case, I'm moving on down the line. Oh, Addie Case, won't you write me one more time? Oh, Addie Case, I'll be seeing you in my dreams, Addie Case. He wrote to him for 2 years, and lovers they did become, in mind and dreams and spirit, like no other one. And she dreams of him at night, and he dreamed of her as well. And the fires burn so quickly through the dreams of war and hell. Oh, Addie Case, I'm moving on down the line. Oh, Addie Case, won't you write me one more time? Oh, Addie Case, I'll be seeing you in my dreams, Addie Case. The sun rose soft on a frozen land in 1863. Harper's Ferry, the 17th. Addie shook as she scribed her dream. Oh, I dreamed your death, Addie said. Oh, nonsense, Charlie replied. I dreamed you were my angel in the shadows by your side. Oh, Addie Case, I'm moving on down the line. Oh, Addie Case, won't you write me one more time? Addie Case, I'll be seeing you in my dreams, Addie Case.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
So
Thank
this
you.
is, are you going to be performing this on at the event
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
up?
we do this through the whole show.
And tell people what they might expect at that event.
We've been performing regular letters through most of these. We had 6 concerts that we were required through the Saratoga Arts Grant. So for the 6th one, we're moving away from the regular soldiers' letters to those that speak very specifically of dreams during the Christmas holidays.
Oh, perfect,
and,
perfect.
And this was, this also still applied to Addie Case because it was in late November and then early December when she began dreaming the final dream of his death. So we've left that particular song in.
It's amazing. That is an amazing story.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you know, you never know how close people's vibrations go. And
Oh, no,
this was
absolutely.
over the, you know.
And it happens again and again in these letters, but this one was particularly evocative because they were so in tune with each other. Plus you have the letters from both of them. You have all of her letters, you have all of his letters, and they just synchronize.
It's so great that those were kept.
Yes.
Because, you know, many times those things are lost, they
Yes,
get
definitely.
tossed and stuff like that. You're going to be coming on the show again, I hope, and,
Yes,
talking about your songwriting. Would you like to sing another song for us?
Sure, we'll do another one from the
Okay,
from
and
the
what song
show.
is this?
This is called Angel's Lullaby. I actually wrote this out of a dream I had, 2 o'clock in the morning. And after some of the readings and writings that Wanda did, I switched a few of the verses over. So we'll do Angel's Lullaby.
Angel's Lullaby.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm going to
good.
send this out to a friend of mine, Kathy and Todd Monty, who her parents just died recently,
Okay.
and we're going to send this out to them.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's been many years I've written in the silence of goodbyes, and many times I've heard your voice in the angel's lullaby. I've seen your face before I know, and I've heard you in my cries, and I wonder if you're writing now the angel's lullaby. Through many roads I've taken, and the many paths I've tried, oh, they bring me back to you again, and they leave me with a smile. Through gracious words spoken in the memories of our minds, I wonder if we've done our best. Can you hear the lullaby? So hail me now, take me down for the visions that I see, and I will sing a melody that the angels sing to me. So pardon me for the things I've said, if they may seem so unkind, and and I will sing a song called The Angel's Lullaby. Oh, many times I sat up through the wee hours of the night, and I wondered if I tried enough. Was I wrong or was I right? So remember now, you're not alone through your anguish and your pride. You can go to sleep tonight, my dear, hear the angel's lullaby. Don't hate me now, take me down for the visions that I see, and I will sing a melody that the angels sing to me. So pardon me for the things I've said, it may seem so unkind, and I will sing a song for you called The Angel's Lullaby. And I will sing a song for you called The Angel's Lullaby.
That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Beautiful, wonderful voice. Where can I get your book?
The usual places. You can order it through Amsterdam, through Amazon.
Right.
McFarlane is the publisher. You can go on the McFarlane site. In fact, they're having a 30% discount sale through the end of December.
And how about going to your website? Is it listed there on your website?
There's information on it on my website, and also you can go to a regular bookstore and order it and ask them to.
Yeah, this is sounds like a wonderful book to read because it brings you back so far into one of the most people were killed. I mean, and murdered in that war than any other war. I believe.
And it brings you to the kinds of letters and the kinds of feelings and emotions that do not change in a war.
Right.
Dreams and the imagination are still a vital part of the kind of emotions, negative and positive, that appear on the battlefields in war.
Well, I thank you so much for putting this together and putting a book together and putting these programs together to bring it home in a way to people so that they make, I mean, it becomes alive to them.
Yes, it does.
Thank you so much. This is living history, and I love it. I love every part of it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, John.
Thank you
Set a
very
date
much.
so you can come on again. We're going to take a quick break. Again, we're going to the Yuletide Revels. And when we come back, we're going to be finding out about those musical instruments in your closet and how you can put them to good use. Stay tuned.
Hey, juggler. Never juggled before. That would have helped, Dennis. Unfortunately, you're not. Dennis, please raise your left hand. Now, I chose Dennis for obvious reasons. He is obviously a naturally athletic-looking guy. Dennis, hold your hand right there. Since Dennis is not a juggler, I'm going to have to take a moment and teach him how to juggle. So I will take this club and I will throw it at Dennis. It will spin through the air and smack him in the palm. When it does, Dennis, you just shut your hand. Well done. Then, Dennis, if you are successful, Dennis, move the club to your right hand, point it at the ground, and throw it back to me. Good. A little more flip there, Dennis. Yeah. Either a little more or a little less. Ladies and gentlemen, this may take a while. Talk amongst yourselves.
Music, music, music. What are you doing with these instruments here? Some of them don't look so good, but I mean, tell me about them. Here with me, I have Stephen Weiss. He's way over there, and then Robert Aronson is sitting next to me. They're involved with the Friends of Music and getting musical tools for musical schools. I love that. And the Musicians Union. And you guys are in it. And I know you perform. I mean, good grief, what's going on?
Well, we are representing Schenectady Friends of Music and the Musicians Union. And about 8 years ago with Karen Johnson, we put together...
She couldn't be here today, just to let you know, because she's...
We put together a musical instrument donation drive.
What a great idea.
Because our musical instruments in the Schenectady City School District are many of them aging out.
As you can see.
As you can see, these
You
are.
mean that's from the school?
These are 70 and 80-year-old instruments.
Well,
some of
but
them.
think about the violin, the Stradivarius. I mean, that's old.
Sure.
Yes, well, we don't have many Stradivarius violins in the school district. But yeah, to Rob's point, it was thought that a lot of people have instruments sitting in their attic from when their kids took band or orchestra, and they just are sitting around collecting dust. And we have students in the district that can't afford to rent or own their own instruments. We don't have enough instruments in the
So you're
inventory.
augmenting them.
So we're trying to build up, the inventory of that so that we can have more students participate. What's nice is today your first guest, Catherine Burns-Smith, actually came and
What a
that's
great,
what's great about,
great contribution that was.
she actually made a donation today.
Is that
because
a
of this.
piccolo or what is that?
It's actually a flute.
A flute. Okay, well, it's close.
Yeah, it was very, very nice. Nice
Oh,
for her to
that's
donate.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So this will be in the hands of some lucky youngster in Schenectady probably very soon.
Learn how to play the flute.
Now Schenectady
Do you
Friends of
check them out
Music-
to make
yeah, that's
sure?
what
I was going to say. Yeah.
Friends of Music raises money through fundraising to fix up and to repair and refurbish instruments that may be in need of repair. So basically, if you got something that's sitting there collecting dust, as you can see,
You'll
there's a
make
little
it
bit of
work.
dust on here. We can figure out a way to make it work.
Yeah.
And I should add, it doesn't, we're talking about violins, violas, cellos, guitars, and basses. Some of our schools have guitar clubs and after-school activities, some non-traditional instruments. I was given a dulcimer, a hammered dulcimer,
those
several
are
years
wonderful.
ago.
But they probably aren't in a band, but they
Right,
still.
but it's in a student's hands now, as is an accordion.
Yes.
That was donated several years ago, and you can tell all the accordion jokes you want. No one wants an accordion. And,
I had an accordion band here,
I'm sure.
and they were fabulous.
But we have a ninth grade student that has this accordion at home, and he's really enthusiastic about all things accordion now. So you never know what might catch a student's
you lit,
fancy.
right?
That's
and
right.
got it flaring up in somebody's heart, right?
Just through we had an event at Proctor's up in the Apostrophe Cafe, Rob Alley area on Friday, and we had some instruments donated during that event. Students' talents were being showcased, and we got news of a grand piano being donated to the district at that time. So, we are talking about the full range of musical instruments.
That's wonderful. Now, what's in that case down there?
Oh, this case down here, this is a clarinet.
Oh,
actually.
okay. I
As
love
you
the
can see, it's a little
cases,
bit
yeah.
dusty, and so yeah. Basically, we're looking for any orchestra instruments, as Rob said, or band instruments are obviously in high demand. But we'll take just about anything.
Well,
no kazoos.
No kazoos. I offered a Jew's harp or a kazoo or something.
No, we don't. Those things are a little bit further afield. But what's nice about this program, it's an ongoing program. We had one of the other guests ask what the time frame is on it. We try and do this every year because the need continues. Instruments are constantly in need of repair. Sometimes they reach the end of their useful life. We can't repair them.
And so maybe you can combine or something.
Yeah,
Who
we
knows?
use them
I
for
don't know how
parts.
that
I mean,
works.
Rob here is an expert instrument repair
Reconstructionist.
person himself, so he repairs a lot of the instruments himself. But instruments do reach the end of their useful life,
Yeah.
so there's always a constant need to replenish the supply.
And I'm sure
it's a
people
great way to
have
do
them
it.
in their pocket. I have to say the one instrument I played was the nightingale. Now, do you know what that is? I played that with the Schenectady Symphony.
The nightingale?
The nightingale, and it's a bird sound, as you
Well, I would assume.
you would assume.
Yep.
It's like I had no clue how to play the nightingale, but I learned, and
Well, that's
it's a
good.
hard instrument to find.
So if there's anyone with a nightingale out there in their attic, maybe we can donate it and revive it.
I just had to mention this because they said you're going to play the nightingale with the symphony, and I'm going, what? What's a nightingale? So there's a lot of instruments that probably haven't heard of at all. But you'll take almost any instrument that can be used in an orchestra or band.
It is a little difficult. We've had people want to donate large instruments like piano pianos or whatever, and obviously it costs us money to move the piano, so if it's in really, really bad shape, we may not be able to take that.
You may not accept it.
So we need to
unless they can get it
that.
moved.
But this beautiful, Chickering, grand piano is a real, that's a real find.
Well, and many times, and I know that at one time my kids all took different instruments and they were rented, so that didn't line up in my closet. But had they, this would have been a good way to, get them back into circulation.
Absolutely. There's nothing sadder than an instrument sitting in an attic unplayed. It's just, it's a sad thing. It's like the island of misfit toys.
And a kid sitting there wondering where they could get an instrument so they could play it.
Right.
We need to get those connections, right?
Right, and this is the way to do it. Now, the way that you would donate, you can contact, I know that you
There's
have
a couple of numbers up on the
phone
screen.
numbers that are on the screen. One of them is Rob's phone number. You can also donate instruments at the Proctor's box office.
Oh, they'll take them there.
Yes,
Karen
they
will
will.
take those. So if you're in town, you could drop instruments there. They know what to do. And the school district, we ask, you also need to leave your contact information so the school district can contact you for, send a thank you letter so you can use for tax purposes. And that's all great. But so we do need to have some way to contact you if you drop your instrument off. So just if you drop an instrument off like this, you could just put your name and address inside the case along with this, so it doesn't we don't lose you. And that we can do that. We can also arrange for pickup. Again, you can call those two numbers that are listed on there.
And somebody will pick it up for you.
Yeah, a lot of people drop things at my home. I'm right near Schenectady High School, or I've gone to places and picked up instruments.
So give a Christmas present out of your closet, right?
That keeps
to the
on giving,
schools
yes,
that'll keep
absolutely.
on giving and giving and giving.
And I could add, there's another way of, often people, especially in spring and fall, are out doing garage sales and whatnot.
right.
And this is a trombone that I picked up at a flea market for $12.
Oh my God.
So, if you find something like that, that's even though you may not play an instrument, you see something
Pick it up and donate
pick it up and donate it.
Yeah,
It's,
and you get a tax write-off too.
Absolutely.
It works.
And one more thing too, just this word of mouth is actually one of our best.
And we're doing it right
advertising.
now.
Exactly.
It's
And
going to be on Facebook too,
it's gonna be
and on
Facebook.
Twitter. We're going
So
to get this word out.
If you're at a holiday party this year and you're talking and you say, I found out about this program, I can't tell you how many instruments we get donated from something like that, as simple as a conversation. And you can see it just today.
Yeah.
One of your guests heard about it because of the conversation, and sure enough, we wind up with a flute donation.
We're going
So
to
it's
keep the conversation
keep it
going,
rolling.
right?
That's right.
Pay it forward.
Well, we'll wish you happy holidays because we're going to fill your coffers with musical instruments.
Awesome.
Thank
you both for being here today. We're going to take a quick break and take a look at that Yuletide Revels, which is a great program back in 2004. And when we come back, we're going to find out about a big event that you can just fill your tummy, maybe not your coffers, but your tummy, with some chili and chowder. Stay tuned.
Well done. Okay, good, Dennis. Ready, Dennis? Come on, let's prove it wasn't luck now, Dennis. Okay, good. Throw back. Oh, big hand for Dennis. Don't go away, Dennis. Dear friends, Dennis obviously has natural ability. He is doing so well that we will move to phase 2. I will juggle 3 clubs. Dennis will juggle 1 club. Dennis, place this club in your right hand. Now here's how it should work. I will begin juggling. On the count of 3, I will yell throw.
And here we are back again. Dan Atkins is with us. He's the board chair of the Lark Street BID, Business Improvement District. I'm so happy to have him here. It's the first time we've had Lark Street on, and we need to get them on more often because they have a lot of great events coming up throughout the year. But this one especially is going to be a lot of fun. It's a chili and chowder edition, you call it, right?
Edition, because it's the Taste of Lark Chili and Chowder Edition. It's one of the new events that are happening on Lark Street, so we're going to have 4 of them throughout the year, some kind of different tasting festivals, and that's why this is the Chili and Chowder Edition.
Okay, and how many restaurants do you have involved?
We've got 15.
Okay.
Most of them are from Lark Street, but we do have a few from Albany coming up to the street to contribute. And
outside,
show
they'll
off
be
their
outside
fare. Yep.
and have their little thing.
Yep.
You're going to vote on them? Is this going to be somebody's going to say, this one is better than that one, and we're going to...
They are. So we have some judges that are coming in, and then we're going to do a People's Choice Award, so that's always the fun one. So you go around, and I'll be up and down the street, amongst all our retail stores and bars and restaurants that we have, and you'll get a little tally at the end, and you'll get to pick your favorite.
And how does this work? Do you, how do you get the chili? Do you pay for it?
So there's you'll come to Dana Park right off Lark Street, and you'll buy some tickets. They're $1 a piece.
Okay, so you buy them ahead,
Yep.
and you just hand them in.
And you hand them out. And
that
for
saves
your,
all
your
the money
tasting.
thingy.
Yep. And that way we give a little bit back to the restaurants for their contribution to the event, and then we use it as a fundraiser for the street for all the other events we do throughout the year.
What are some of the other events that you have? I know this is the Chili and Chowder, which sounds like fun.
Yep. Some of our favorite events are, we do Art on Lark every year in June.
Oh, that brings out thousands of people.
We have multiple vendors and artists on the street, and they're drawing, and sidewalk artists and painters and musicians up and down the street. And
You've been doing that a long time, haven't you?
We've been doing that a long time. I think over 15 years for Art on Lark.
Wow.
And then Lark Fest, which is our biggest event of the year. That's our big street festival, and that's the entire street. 250 vendors. We have bands, headliners come in, and that gets anywhere from 40 to 60,000 people. Beautiful event, lots of families. This year we had 3 kid zones.
That's really great when you have the kid zones.
Yeah.
And because the kids, you have to have something for the kids.
Absolutely.
To do that. And you bring bands in, is that it?
We do bring bands in. We have two stages, sometimes 3 stages, depending on how much interest we have. We try to get local bands involved, and we have national headliners come in, and it's always a great event.
Yeah. So getting back to the Chili and Chowder, when is this?
When is it? It's this Saturday, December 16th.
Okay.
It's going to be from 12 to 4.
Okay.
And like I said, we have 15 different restaurants coming up. They'll be all up and down Lark Street.
But they should start at Dana Park.
Start at Dana Park, or there'll actually be a sign up on the other end of the street. I believe it's going to be down by Empire Wine and Brew.
Okay.
Which is pint size now, excuse me. And you'll buy your tickets there, and then we want you to walk the street. We have...
And the restaurants are all open too, so if you want to have a meal...
Restaurants are all open too, and it's the event is going to be taking place in the middle of Chili and Chowder. Will be the Santa Speedo Run, the 12th Santa Speedo Run, which is a great event.
Okay.
That benefits the Damien Center and the AIDS program at Albany Med, and you'll get to see hundreds of people run around in their underpants, raising money for a great cause.
In the winter?
In the winter, yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and that brings a great amount of people, like I said. It's
Yeah, I would imagine they go out there and this is the polar bear run.
It's our version, absolutely.
How long have you been involved with that?
I've been involved in the bid now for 6 years.
Okay, and you have a business?
I do.
What is your business?
I am the co-owner of the Savoy Tap Room down on Lark Street, which is the old Justin space.
Okay, so you have, so you brew, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, Savoy Tap Room.
Tap
that
room.
I own.
Tap room.
Yep.
So you have beer, right?
Well, we have beer, and we have wonderful, amazing cocktails, and we have beautiful scratch-made
tap room.
cuisine.
Remember the old tap rooms that used to be kind of like not so fancy, but now they're getting fancier.
Well, we try not to be too fancy.
You don't want to be too fancy.
I mean, we have beautiful. We sell local beers, and we make beautiful craft cocktails, and we have a great chef from scratch, and we do a ton of live events and music, and anything from jazz to punk to acoustic acts, and so yeah, we try to.
This is really amazing that and how long have you been there?
We're open about a year and a half now.
Year and a half. So you're putting your stamp on Lark Street.
We're getting there. I love the area, I love the street.
It is. It's an exciting street.
It is, and we're proud of what's going on. We got a bunch of new businesses opening up this year. We had 5 ribbon cuttings that I've had the honor of being at.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, we're pretty excited. So that's why we're doing this Chili and Chowder. Figure come down, see what we're doing, and have
it's
a
very eclectic street. It has so many dimensions to it. There are downstairs and there's up and there. So there's just lots of places to look at and to walk the street.
Yeah, beautiful. People don't realize we're not a big area, but we have over 40 retail stores, 12 bars and restaurants.
Oh my God.
12 bars and restaurants. We have.
You used to have an ice cream store too there.
There is Ben and Jerry's still on the street.
I remember that. I used to go there when I worked in Albany. It was like one of my favorite stops when I'd walk around.
Yep. I mean, we have Bourbon and Wolf's Vegan Deli is a great place. Something a little different. They do. Best vegan fare in the area. We just opened a bubble tea shop, and they do shaved ices and all kinds of wonderful things. There's La Lucha, female, women's clothing store. There's just a great variety of stuff, and you can come down and you can do your holiday shopping, and you can support small businesses and have
that's
a bite
important because we've talked about this on the show about small businesses. They really need, because when you support a small business, you're supporting the community, because those small businesses have to hire people, and they have to hire an electrician and then a window washer and all the things that create more business within our community.
Absolutely. You know, and in Center Square, we're a tight-knit group, and most of the people that, work at these, 60-plus, stores and restaurants and bars, they all live in the area also.
Yeah,
so it's
they
nice.
live there too, yeah.
So it's a great little walking community, but, it's right on the area, right through Madison Ave, right up in Albany, easy to get to. So we like to show off. So we obviously invite
I like Albany.
people to come down.
I think it's always fun to be there and to join in. And of course, I worked in Albany for many years, and so I know the city pretty well. It's always a delight. And now they have the holiday lights in the park.
They do. They have the holiday lights in the park.
Yeah, we've had Rich Raschuti, I'm sorry, on, and he was talked about that as well. Police Athletic League.
Yeah, and it's beautiful, and that gets bigger and bigger every year, and that's a great time.
Great, Lenny Raschuti.
Yes.
I just remember.
Lenny.
Okay, good. And we want to tell you to go there on December the 16th, which is Saturday. Is that correct? Saturday?
Yes.
Yep.
Saturday.
And that's from noon to 4. Get your tickets at Dana Park or at the other end, wherever. And buy your tickets and enjoy the taste of chili and chowder.
That's right.
Come on again. Talk more about Lark
Thank you so much. We'd love to.
We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, Miss Carla Page will be here. She said she's going to sing a song maybe. And we're going to be talking about a New Year's party. Stay tuned. And if Carla's there, it is a party, believe me. Stay tuned. Good.
And one will get hurt. Here we go. Now I know what you're thinking, ladies and gentlemen. Gosh, this is impressive. But wait, what I'd like you to do is remember, this is not the actual trick. This is just warming up. Here we go, Dennis. Ready? 1, 2, 3, throw. Good. Okay. Dennis, the secret to success now is after you make your own throw, stop admiring your throw and concentrate on catching mine. All right. Here we go, Dennis. Ready? 1, 2, 3, throw. Okay, a little higher would be good, Dennis. Just a little bit higher and we've got it. Don't worry, folks, this usually only takes a half an hour or so. Ready, Dennis? 1, 2, 3.
And here we are again, and one of my favorite people is here, Miss Carla Page. Carla, I've known her for a number of years, and I am never disappointed when she performs. And she's here to talk about her New Year's show that's going to be at the Renaissance Hall, Renaissance Restaurant in the Hall, I think is how they call it. And that's over on Eastern Avenue at 820 Eastern Avenue. It's the former St. Mary's Church. So we're going to go take it away to Carla. And what's going on?
Well, Ann, first of all, thank you for having me, number one. And I just have to backtrack a minute. You know, when I had my appreciation luncheon and I came on your program to promote it, it was a success. It was a total success. And I just want to thank you.
I would have been there had it not been for doing my 1,000th show, and I was up to here with
right.
stuff. Yeah.
But I thank you for helping me, and the Hughes Williams Helping Hands Committee and the Hamilton Hill Neighborhood Association gave me that. And it's just a nice feeling when people just appreciate what you do and honor you and salute you. And I thank you for helping with that.
Well, I mean,
do.
You're an icon. You aren't up on the wall, but you are an icon.
But for all of your viewers, really, and I'm loving your viewers like I'm loving my viewers, please come out on Sunday, December 31st, to a wonderful New Year's Eve party at the Renaissance. You know, my band has been at the Renaissance. This is going to be the 4th time we've been there, and each time it's been a success. And it's myself and 3 gentlemen, and they're all seasoned performers themselves, you know, in their own right. They've got their own list of credits and all. So we're going to do music that's going to put people in a great frame of mind, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s music. I always say to people, Ann, there's a spot on the dance floor with their name on it.
You get them out there. That's the amazing thing.
I do.
You get them out there.
I do. Because you know what it is? It's a variety of the stuff that I do that's memories. It's all memories. And everyone's got these wonderful memories. And I say to people, when's the last time you came out and just had some real good, clean fun? And that's what I love about the Renaissance. It's a mature crowd that comes when I'm there because of the music that I do. I do soul, I do rock, pop, gospel. You know,
you do it all.
I do, you know, all of it. Motown, disco.
Yeah.
So I'm just asking people to come out, put their dancing shoes on. We start at 9 to midnight. We're going to have a champagne toast with the noisemakers and the hats. And they've got a wonderful menu. They've got, you know,
you
they
can
got
come early, get the dinner.
Yeah, you can come early, have dinner.
And then after 8, at 8 o'clock, it's $20. Is that
right? 8 o'clock, it's only the 20, but after that, it's the 49. But you get the works.
You get the food.
Yeah, but for 20, you can still come and just be a part of the show and the noisemakers hats and the champagne toast. But I say come for dinner because the food is just really.
You know, I have to admit that.
Have you?
I was there for dinner for their what was it, the Dean Martin show.
Oh, sure.
And I was just amazed at the food. It was very good.
Yes.
Sandy Vardine does a nice job.
She does. And I'm impressed that she kept the place. That church has got so much history and background. And to be able to, you know how I feel about church anyway, right? So that they took a church, the former St. Mary's Church, and just redid it is just amazing. And please come out and have some fun with us. You know, I wrote a couple of just little notes that I want to just say that I want to be able to keep you all dancing that night. Fun, laughs, fellowship with friends, forever memories, make new friends that night, family togetherness, fantastic music, and excitement. Excitement is the thing. And let me say this to you, Ann. Let me say this to you, that on September 3rd, my band opened for the legendary Drifters.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And we were at the Schenectady Fair, and it was wonderful. So please come out and have some fun. You know, here's my thing. I say this: the decor and the warmth and the people that make you feel so wonderful, like how people are here on your show, your staff, they make you feel so wonderful. And that's how I feel about that restaurant. And I just say, come as you are and just have some fun with us. Celebrate. We're going to take 2017 and we're going to bat it out and we're going to make sure that 2018 comes in with a real bang and excitement, fun, just fun for everybody. And I just want to just thank two people, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
Okay, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be on your program today. And that's Henrietta and Gary. Thank you both for helping me be on Ann's show.
And Gary, yeah, he's Gary Oakley.
Do you know him?
Well, I do now. That's one thing about Carly.
We old friends.
Thank you, Gary. And Henrietta.
Yes.
You want to sing something for us?
I will.
Okay,
I would love to.
Let's take it away.
Let's take it away. Okay, so you want something fast? Or
it's your choice. You're
My
going to sing it a
choice.
cappella, so it's your choice.
Okay, so, all right. And anyway, thank you. I just have to thank you again. And all of you, thank you all for watching. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Not just for some, but for everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
And it's true. That's what the world wants.
It is. And you're special, Ann. You're special. You have got such a special spirit that I will never forget you as long as I live. I mean, never. You're special.
Well, you are too, Carla.
I mean that. And it's nice to be, you know, we're here together doing shows, and it's just nice to work with you.
And you do a show called The Carla Page Show.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that in case somebody wants to catch it on TV.
I know it. Let me tell you something. I started in 1978. Next year, 2018, will be 40 years. I can't believe it. 40 years that I've been doing this program.
Yeah.
And
I'm in my 20th year, so I mean.
Yeah, and you're in your 20th?
Yeah.
And there's not a day that goes by that someone doesn't say something to me about being on TV. And I have just, it's all about touching lives because I'm a vessel. And if I can touch just one life, I'm just happy. But the fact that people have been supporting me for all these years, I am just truly grateful.
Yeah, and you've done so much in our community. And the idea that now you've got a band and you're kind of moving on up, moving
Yes.
on down, moving on. You're moving out.
Well, you know, I admire all bands and all musicians. I know you've had a lot of them
yeah,
on
we
today,
do.
and it's wonderful that you showcase people
I
like
try
that.
to.
And I do the same.
Yeah, I know you
because
do.
there's so much talent around here. But you know, my band, we just have something that separates us
Well, who are they?
a
Who's
little
in your
bit more.
band?
Well, you know,
I mean, even though it might change
yeah,
at period.
yeah.
at
Well,
different times.
the guys that I usually use Ben Odom, Jack Kelly, and Mike Sheffield, and Mike and Jack will be somewhere else that night, so I'll have two people who are just as, you know, powerful.
As accomplished.
Yes, just accomplished
Well, we
artists
need to
as
get
well.
you on the show. You think
I would
the
love
band
to
will come on the
anytime.
show?
Anytime, we would love to come on.
Yeah, and
stuff.
showcase you.
Oh,
Because
I would love to.
I mean, I know what Carla sounds like, and I know her voice. She's phenomenal, and I'm just going to back up way back. When my daughter passed away, and you sang at her funeral, it's like, oh my God, people are still talking about that.
Wow, that's something.
Yeah, so it was really very important. And when Greg passed away, you
Yes,
also
yes.
were able to be part of that. So Carl and I go back a long
We do,
way,
we
and
do.
She's just such a giving person. And I'm just here, I guess, to say you really need to support her in this wonderful event that she has coming up.
Thank you.
With New Year's Eve.
Yes,
Yeah.
please come out and have some fun. Really, we just want to just have people just let their hair down, dance, laugh, enjoy themselves, eat, be merry. Be merry, that's the thing. And when I walked into the studio today, I have to say this to you. I felt the presence of Greg. I did.
Yeah, I
and
know.
you two are, I'm telling you, I wasn't going to even mention him because I'm like, I don't want to do that. But I had to because he's so much a part of this show.
Yeah, he is.
So much a
Yeah,
part
yeah,
of this
for
show.
20 years,
I was
yeah.
going to say he,
Yeah.
right? So, but anyway, I felt his presence.
Yeah,
Just to
and
tell you.
it's very, it's one of those things, as I said, Carla and I go back a long way. Don't go anywhere, Carla. I won't need to say who's coming up next month. Oh, yeah, next week. I've got Ange Morris. You know Ange, right? From Human Rights Commission. We're going to talk about a year in review. We're going to be talking with Mickey Kahn and Betty Harper about the Kwanzaa. They're going to have the drummers on.
Great.
We're going to have a good show next week.
Good.
We're going to be talking about nutrition. Let's talk nutrition, getting through the holidays. MOPCO. Have you been over to MOPCO?
I have.
Isn't that a
Yes,
nice
it's a
space
wonderful
they have?
spot. It is.
And we're going to be talking about what they're doing. And then Mike Purcell will be on the
Oh,
show.
Mike.
Good old Mike. Yeah, he's a standard. He comes on every holiday and helps us celebrate the day. But we want to encourage you to enjoy. You stay close to home for the holidays. And what do you do for Christmas?
I'm not sure yet. You know, a bunch of us will be meeting for dinner at Christmas Eve, and we did the same thing for Thanksgiving. A lot of people who just
Are alone.
don't
Maybe,
eat. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know about Christmas. I'll see. I may just go away for the day. I'll have to see. But I know that right after that it'll be my big show, and I just encourage people to please come out. There's a lot going on for New Year's Eve, I know, in the Capital District, but just make us,
But this is
one of your places to stop at.
But this is a very reasonable price.
Isn't it though?
Yeah.
I thought so too.
Yeah,
I thought
but
so
usually
too.
you can't get away from Christmas Eve without a couple $100
I know
a
it.
person.
You're
so.
right about that. You can't.
So,
I'm
Carla,
gonna-
thanks so much for being here today. And what we're going to do is we're going to go out on Yuletide Revels or our credits or whatever. And please enjoy the holidays. And Carla, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Here's a hug.
Love you, honey.
Love you too.
Okay.